What's up, y'all? Today I'm going to teach you how to do the Heelside frontside 180. The tricks you're going to want to already know how to do when doing the Heelside frontside 180 off the kicker are basically just being able to ride switch. Some other things that would help is maybe like an ollie 180 or a surface 180. But yeah, riding switch is pretty much the only thing you're going to need to know how to do. The edge you're going to want to do when learning this trick is basically just like an extremely mellow edge. You could do a hard edge, you could do a medium edge, or whatever edge you want really, but like a mellow edge is going to be the easiest for landing this trick for the first time. Also, just make sure your edge is barely hard enough to where you're traveling away from the cable. You don't want one of those edges to where like the cable's pulling you back towards the center, because that'll just make the trick harder. As you're approaching the kicker with that mellow edge, you're going to want to flatten off last second as you're getting onto the kicker. As you're going up the kicker, you're going to want to keep that handle at the front hip of your body as long as possible. This is going to prevent you from pre-spinning and doing that 180 too early. You don't want to pre-spin and do like a 90 on the kicker. So just make sure that handle is at your front hip as long as possible. Wait until you're all the way up in the air. Now that you've been patient and had that handle at your front hip as long as possible, and you have popped off the end of the kicker and now you are in the air, once you're in the air, you can slowly start moving this handle over to your other hip, your rear hip, which will cause you to initiate that frontside 180 rotation. As you've gotten about 90 degrees or maybe a little bit more than 90 degrees through your 180 degree rotation, make sure you just sort of drop this front hand off the handle. Make sure you get your shoulders facing the right direction. Sort of look towards the shoreline or find a spot over here so you can sort of spot your landing. Just bend your knees on impact. Make sure you're over your toes and sort of just ride away from the cable. Sometimes you will be on a cable like a 2-tower, which I am on in this video, where you have like a really short rope and it's kind of hard to travel away from the cable. If you are in this situation, make sure you just land flat, maybe barely be over your toes, but yeah, sort of just try and get your weight this way, because you don't want the cable to pull you back towards the center. But yeah, just make sure you can kind of get on top of your board and land flat. And if you are on the full size cable, it does look much nicer if you are edging away and continuing your momentum after you land. I'm just going to give you a quick little summary of the entire trick. Have a nice mellow edge up to the kicker. As you're approaching the kicker, flatten off and ride up the kicker in sort of a 50-50. Make sure the handle is at your front hip so you don't pre-spin. Wait until you're in the air. Then you can start pulling the handle over to your rear hip. Then you can drop your front hand, sort of make sure your shoulders and everything is lined up the direction you are traveling. Spot your landing right in front of you, or sort of look towards the shoreline. Bend your knees on impact and just ride away, edging away from the cable. A frontside 180 is actually a really cool trick to have in your bag of tricks, because you can just try and go bigger and bigger on it. Maybe grab melon or do some cool different grabs with it and just really blast them out there as far as you can off the kicker. And yeah, the trick sort of never gets old. So this is definitely one you're going to want in your bag. But yeah, that's how you do a frontside 180. If y'all like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Comment below on what kind of videos you guys want to see next, whether it's a tutorial or just me and friends riding, or whatever you guys want to see. And make sure you guys subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace!